You're now listening to the Cerberus Gridiron Podcast. And now your hosts, Christian and Kris, powered by Cerberus Fantasy Sports.
All right, let's go. Welcome to the Cerberus Gridiron Podcast. I am your host, Christian_CFS, and here is your co-host, Mr. K Camp. How you doing, Mr. K Camp, today?
I am doing well. What up, my good people? Shalom, Akim, to my good people, and shalom, Akim, to my bad. May you learn to become good, because we need some good in this world.
Yes, we do. And all y'all people out there that are watching this and listening to this, dude, we got a show for you today, man. You know it's Super Bowl week, man. Super Bowl week
going down in Vegas.
Going down. But you know how I was about to say the same thing. This is the one Super Bowl that I was like, oh, please make it. Oh,
right.
Y'all still stink. But Team 1B made it, so
we won't even get into that, Team 1B.
But
we won't get into that.
But yeah, man, let's go and start it off like what we normally do. We'll go over some news, talk about the news. Now, since the dust is finally settled now, we actually got the head coaches that are actually in the building. So like some other time, like the last podcast, everybody wasn't established yet. So now they're starting to bring on their own staff and things like that. So we're going to talk about that. We'll tell you y'all's thoughts and then like our thoughts behind it. Then we'll go to the Super Bowl, and then at the end we'll do a mock draft review. But yes, so the first team up is going to be the team that you like to talk about a lot, and that is the Atlanta Falcons. So, what do you think about the comments Raheem Morris said whenever they was asking him like why he looked forward into like taking this job? And he said because they have Drake London and then Bijan Robinson.
Oh, he said that? I had no idea. My head's kind of been on a rock a little bit, man. Yeah, he said that.
Yeah,
that's encouraging. I saw he brought over the passing game coordinator, the quarterback coach from the Rams.
Yep.
You know, now is he Sean McVay? Probably not. Did he learn something from Sean McVay? We hope so, right?
Yeah.
I'll take a defensive coach if they got a smart, wicked, smart offensive coordinator. But that's encouraging that he said that, and I would prefer Raheem Morris over Bill Belichick. So, right? So I want a more offensive coach, but I'll take Raheem Morris over Bill Belichick because I think Bill Belichick he need to. Yeah, your time is up, buddy. You're 72. You think you should still pick personnel? That's what happened with him and Arthur Blank. That's why it fell through. He still wanted to pick personnel. Bro, you've had two Pro Bowl players in the past whatever years. One was a punter. You can't pick it. It's fine. Let somebody else do it. But his ego, and so, but that's encouraging that Raheem Morris said that. Hey, as owner of two Bijan Robinson stocks, I am encouraged. He said that. Thank you. I didn't know that. Appreciate that.
But
gotta go quarterback.
That is true, but also a lot of people up in the fantasy world, they didn't hear the one guy who they thought he was going to say, and that's Mr. Kyle Pitts. And with not bringing up Kyle Pitts, people are like, is it abandoned ship? Hey, me personally,
if you have his stock, yeah.
Hey, y'all know the saying, what we say out there, we zig when daggone others zag. Hey, I'll be trying to scoop up as many shares as I can of daggone Kyle Pitts and just let him sit there. I'll just let him sit there.
Let him sit there. You think he for cheap? For cheap now. Give him for cheap.
Like a third round pick if somebody don't want him anymore. I'll give you a third round or like a late second.
So if he was drafted in the first round, right? So now he's to the point where either the 5th-year option or you let him go to free agency, right? That's where he's at now, kind of. I think he's been in the league 4 years.
No, I think
it's been 3. 4 years. Has it been 3?
Because he had the Arthur Smith. Remember, I think he got drafted. with them.
But why Raheem didn't say him? That's just crazy. Why didn't he mention him? He just said Drake London and Bijan. That's what he said.
You want to know why? He's thinking like how we think on this show. He trying to let people know, hey, these are gonna be the stars. Minus, I ain't talking about mother star back there. So,
it's a what? Tell me. Read me tea leaves. Say you got some tea leaves going on.
Man, that's that smoke, man. Man,
That's
you know,
smoke.
man, he just throwing the smoke out there. Man, he just putting the two other guys out there because people don't care about tight ends.
So I typed in Kyle Pitts. You said Falcons Raheem Morris praises Bijan Robinson and Drake London. Ignore Kyle Pitts conversation. What does that even? So you think it's just smoke?
I think it's smoke, man.
I mean, you can't. Hopefully, I don't know. I mean, but as a Bijan holder, I appreciate it. But you saying go get Kyle Pitts for cheap?
I would, especially if he's in like what's the difference? Like, if I have like a top 5 tight end, why wouldn't I go get him? Okay, he can sit on the bench.
Sit on the bench.
Ain't like I'm paying top dollar for him. It ain't like what he was whenever he first came out.
Yeah,
I'm not
get off that ship.
I'm not about to pay daggone Brock Bowers for him now. So we already know how that's going to be up in the fantasy space.
You're not going to do right now?
I'm not going to pay Brock Bowers.
You're not going to pay Brock Bowers. Explain. I'm sorry. I'm missing it. It's going to
What do you
mean? What am I missing? What are you saying?
You do know Brock Bowers is the number 1 tight end coming out this year.
Yeah, I know that. You're
so
right.
He's going to be top 10, or he's going to be like a top 5 pick.
Oh, in fantasy? Yeah. Yes.
So I'm not about to give up like a top 5 first round pick for Kyle Pitts.
Oh, hell no. Let's not do that.
That ship done sailed about like 2-3 years ago.
It's gone. It's gone.
And it probably would have been selling up instead of going down the daggone the river. But hey, that's just how I am. Me, I would try to get Kyle Pitts up in our leagues because
2021. That's when he drafted 21. So this is it. So you're right. He's going in his 4th year.
Mm-hmm.
So okay.
That's when most tight ends boom.
Hey, I mean, you held on to CeeDee Lamb and
man, I told you.
For you. It took him for it. It take CeeDee for. I mean, but
he boomed last year.
But he did boom last year. But CeeDee was productive though.
Hey, you forgot about my other guy too. My other guy, Nico Collins, he boomed too. 3rd year.
What did he do?
Yep.
What did he really do this year? I don't even know. I have to look and see. I've been out of it. Sorry.
I think he finished like top 15. I think.
That's impressive. I've been nursing my wounds. So sorry.
Yeah, time to strap a bandage on that and then just let it heal. Put some Neosporin and just keep it moving.
It's definitely getting there. The combine end of the month. It's getting there. There. I've been doing a little bit of research though. They
just got done with the Senior Bowl and then the Shrine Bowl and everything. So that was good. So now, since we are for the Falcons, let's jump to the Commanders. The Commanders.
Who they get?
They got Dan Quinn.
Who's the OC? I'm asking. Who's the OC?
What?
They got Cliff Kingsbury.
Yeah, they got Cliff, dog. They got Cliff.
So what does that mean? Do they move up to 1 to get Caleb?
They are talking about moving up to number 1. That's the word on the street, is that they're trying to move up to number 1. And hence, if they do that, go on, keep Justin Fields, Chicago. Go on, keep them. Because you got to look at where, so hypothetically, if they move up from number 2 to number 1, they automatically giving up a first round pick just to do that.
Even to move in one spot. Damn, that's you want them.
You want them. Hey, go on, come up and get them. If not, I got somebody behind me that's going to try to come up and get them.
So we're going to swap, and I want your first next year, essentially.
Yep.
And probably
be honest with you, I don't even have to do the first next year. Give me your first this year, and then give me your first up in 2026. I'll take that. And then maybe a 4th round pick this year too.
But no players. So you saying you no players out?
I don't need no players. You want to know why, dog? Because I'm just moving back. I'm just moving back one spot. You know what I'm gonna do then too? Hey, who want the number 2 best QB out there?
Right. If I'm keeping Justin Fields, might as well. Let's go.
because
Minnesota, what's up?
Because you got to think about this. Like, whenever you're making that move as a GM, like, I'm giving you, I already got my QB right there. Like, it's not like I have to trade him.
You don't.
And then I have my coach who is on the hot seat. So obviously, I'm going to have my pick next year. I'm going to have another first in 2026. So and that's if that trade actually did something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm also going to have my first in 2026 and 2. So that's off gate right there. Then if I fall back far enough, I'm about to capitalize on another first this year and another first next year, and then some, and maybe a player too. So right there, I'm already setting Justin Fields up for the best. And this is not even, I still got my pick. I still got my pick at like 8, 9, 11. No, because 11 is Minnesota. They trying to move up that far. They gonna have to pay. And the thing about it is, if Minnesota moves up that far, they're gonna be paying the what's the name sweepstake. What Carolina did. They gonna give up 2 first. They're gonna either give up it actually might work out good for Chicago because Minnesota got that DN that's been trying to get out of there. I forgot what his name was.
Danielle Hunter. He's older, but you talking about him? The veteran?
Might have been him. I don't know. But I remember it was some DN. Might be.
That's why I would have tanked. See, your favorite artist keeps saying you don't tank. Bro, when dude went down, when Kirk went down and Justin was still out, just tank, man. You don't have to do all this. Could have been like a top 7, 6, and then you could have. It would have been cheaper from 11 to 2 versus 7 to 2.
Yeah. Hey, me, if I'm Chicago, you got everybody up in your basket, dog. Just gonna be smart.
Back-to-back years.
Just be smart with it.
And now, who Chicago bringing his OC? I can't remember. It was it was the guy from Seattle Seahawks, their OC. I think they brought him in. I don't know. Okay, who's next? Which team is next? So the Commanders, Caleb Williams. So the rumors going around.
And then you got Scary Terry, then that whole backfield and everything.
He's from DC. It'd be a good look, The owners would like that, right? Hometown, bring a hometown kid home. Hey, it'll sell some tickets.
You gonna sell a lot of tickets.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then you got your old college coach too. So, wait, no, he ain't coaching.
He was there though. He was the game coordinator or offensive coordinator. Not the offensive coordinator. He was the offensive coordinator. He was the quarterback coach or the script. He was something. Yeah, Cliff was there with him in USC though.
Yeah. So then let's go to the next team out there.
Passing game coordinator, something like that.
What do you think about Seattle's signings? Like theirs has been like that little team that's Mike McDaniels.
Who's that?
No, Mike McDonald. My bad. I keep getting them confused. That's the defensive coordinator from the Ravens.
Pittsburgh. Oh, the Ravens. That's right. From Ravens. They have offensive talent on that team, and but they don't have a quarterback. Geno is not it. We know that, and they just gonna be one of them teams. They have so much potential. You know me, I don't like no defensive head coach. I mean, who would you get? Who's his OC or something? Who's his OC?
Trying to figure that out right now.
You still don't have a quarterback though. We know Geno's not it. Geno had a good year. Last year, 2022. Hey, he got some money, got some bread. He's not it though. Geno's not it. He has a ceiling, and so you can't move up. Who want to take Geno? It ain't gonna be enough. My first and my next year first to try to move up to what? To try to get who? But I just think they got talent on paper. They have talent. They got JSN. They got Metcalf. Lockett's a little older, but they got 2 running backs. I think their defense is young. The pieces are in place. They don't have a quarterback. So I feel bad. As a JSN owner, I feel bad. I'm not encouraged. I will say that.
But they also, like what I just did a little tea leave. They also outbidded the Commanders for him. So
The Commanders want him.
the Commanders wanted him bad, I think, and I think that's the reason why they settled for Dan Quinn, which was kind of shocking that like Dan Quinn actually got like a head coaching job again. But
he'll change that culture though. They need a culture change, so he'll be able to do that, but he won't be able to get him over that hump, right? So he'll change that culture, get them right, but he won't be able to get him over that hump. Now unless his OC is just another Kyle Shanahan, and the quarterback is there.
Okay, yeah. Then we'll just go to the Carolina Panthers. We know they got what's his buddy name from Tampa?
OC. The Bengals OC, wasn't it?
I got the dude from Tampa Bay.
It wasn't Canales? Who?
Canales. He was with the Seahawks, dog.
So
Canales was the old OC from Seattle, from Tampa Bay last year, and then he was like the QB coach for like Seattle the year before that. He's the one that coached Geno to like that good season.
Wait a minute. No.
You talk. Yes.
I know I've been out the loop. Okay, so tell me, where did the Bengals OC go?
Maybe Tennessee.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay, went to Tennessee, but I thought the Bears got the Seattle Seahawks OC.
They did. They got the Seattle Seahawks OC, not the Bengals. I mean, not the Bengals. I mean, Tampa Bay. Yeah, so he was in Seattle, but he was in Seattle not this past year, but the year before that, and he was the QB coach.
Okay, now I'm tracking. Let's talk about the Panthers. I don't know. We're
gonna see what's gonna happen. They in rebuild.
They're fucked.
They're in rebuild right now. We're gonna see what's gonna happen. But they did post a decent trade out there to see if it would actually happen. Me personally, I don't think it's gonna happen. But to trade Brian Burns to the Buffalo Bills for Stephon Diggs.
I saw that.
But trust me, I don't think Stephon want to come to a team that's. And then to be honest with you, he gonna be with Adam Thielen again. So it's like, does he really want to be with Adam Thielen twice?
But it might not be up to Stephon Diggs. Does he have a no trade clause?
Oh no, not that many people have a no trade clause. You got to be a QB.
He ain't got no choice then, does he, Kris? He going to. And that's where I'm gonna put you. That's where I'm put you. You want a bitch? Want to be a diva? Okay, be a diva in Carolina. They can use some plug. Go ahead.
The thing about it is,
that's what you wish for.
Is he really that much better though? It's like,
then who?
He's not a separator.
Not anymore. Like no, he's
so
a,
it's
he's
like
he'll be where you need him to be though.
You know what that is? He's a good younger version of Adam Thielen. You don't need that. But yeah, we personally, I really don't. We both know that Stephon Diggs is not the same as what he used to be.
He's not.
So
but
personally,
he can still put him with Kansas City, he fucking thrive. Put him with who else might need that? Older, talented, you know what I'm saying, wide receiver. He can thrive in some places. He can't be there because he ain't young. He can't hit the top of the defense anymore. You know, but him being but I guess Rashid Rice supposed to be I don't know if he's supposed to be a separator or what he's supposed to be, but
who Rice?
Rashid Rice. What did I say? Yeah.
Rashid Rice. Yeah. But Rashid I personally don't think he's gonna be a separator like that, but he's just gonna have to find his role now. Like I'm trying to think of teams that would actually offer something just to get him for his services. Maybe Pittsburgh.
A lot. He cost a lot of money. They owed him. He owed like either 19, 27 million. But he owed a lot of money right now.
It doesn't make a difference how much he's owed, really, because you got the team this is what actually is actually good about the actual analysis. So when it comes to him personally, it doesn't make a difference how much he's owed. It's going down to his base salary, because that's what the team that actually picks him up is actually getting, and everybody, and then the other team has to pay off that dead money and things like that.
His dead cap hit in 2024 is $31 million. His base is what I said. I said 19 in my head. Yeah, I said 19 or 27. It's 18 and a half. This is when his big money kicks in.
Okay, so it's let's
So,
say 18. They'll probably try to restructure it. Most
that's
likely.
a big number for wide receiver. Give him some, give him some money up front. Bring that base down. Give him a signing bonus. Some.
Yeah.
$18.5 million though, bro. But like I said, I think he can be in some offices. He can still be.
Yeah, I think there's something up in.
He can still be RB1.
Yeah, we'll figure out where he should be. Like, we don't know. And I think that. Do you want to talk about Tennessee? You want to talk about Tennessee? Really, ain't nobody talking about them like that, unless you up in Tennessee. So
I don't know what
it's
they
sort
need
of
a
like.
wide receiver. They need a wide receiver and an offensive tackle. I'm just thinking about like what can they draft if they can keep Levis. They got a running back. I hope Tajay. He's probably got at least 2 good years out of him. They'll probably draft one this year though. But they need a lot. They need a lot in Tennessee though. You know the wide receiver because Burks is a bust. He can't stay healthy. He's a bust.
Yeah, it depends on. I think it's. We'll see.
What?
I think, this is your number 3, right?
You don't think he's a bust? You said what? This will be your number 3. He's injury prone, though. It's not even about his talent at this point. It's his injury. Can he stay on the field?
Well, it really comes down to, and I see it comes down to how he's working out in the off season. Like, the dude really needs to go see.
You freezing? Yeah.
Oh, that was you on your end that was doing me. But
sure. You froze up on my end.
Oh, yeah, it was vice versa too. So when you did, I did. So, but I really think he needs to actually go and see. What type of doctors are those? Because I know, like, no, it's because it's like real funny. It's like one of the people that I follow, like they're big into like lifting. They've been lifting since they was out of college, and like they still kept the same body weight and things like that. But what they are talking about during that time, it was like the way I lifted when I was younger is not the same way that I lift now, because there's other muscles that I need to hit that I haven't hit up in a while. So I think it's something still dealing with that around him. Like, he needs to start looking at his body as a whole and saying like, all right, what areas are you getting injured a lot? What areas need to be strengthened, stronger? Most people with like hamstrings, like, hey, if your hamstring goes out, maybe it's because your upper body is weaker than your lower body. So that's the reason why your hamstrings are going out all the time, or your calf or something like that. Just saying. I ain't no doctor to anybody, but I like to play one up on this podcast.
You sound like a special doctor who, you need to hire that, because you need something, bro. He concussed himself on one. I remember the play, bro. What the hell? You just can't stay healthy, man. It could just one of the guys who's just injury prone.
Could be. Yeah.
I don't know what Tennessee needs a lot though.
Yep, it is okay. But we're going to go to the next segment, everybody. The next segment is, we know it's Super Bowl Sunday coming up. We know it's the 49ers versus the Kansas City Chiefs, Super Bowl rematch for 2 years ago.
Hey, right.
And the tables have turned up in the Super Bowl, like sort of like how we talked about up on the last episode. Like, I'm actually excited about the Super Bowl.
Are you?
I think it's gonna be a lot closer than like what people think. I know a lot of people are thinking that that the 49ers are gonna win. Do you know what the line is now? Because I know whenever we talked last week, the line was like +1 up on Kansas City or something like that.
Yeah, +1.5 for Kansas City. Well, I guess you really say the line is -1.5 for San Fran. Super Bowl.
People thinking San Fran gonna take that thing, which is interesting because we know that one is not the same team as that it was in San Fran 2 years ago.
Is it better or worse?
I will say it's better on offense, and the defense is kind of lacking a little bit, me personally.
So it looks like it updated. It's just Vegas Insider at 9:24 on the 5th, which is maybe that's
today.
Yeah, but maybe that's Eastern Standard Time. It
Probably.
has the Chiefs at now, so the line has moved in 49's favor even more to 2.5.
Okay. So people thinking, a lot of people have been taking the 49ers in.
The Chiefs at plus 1.5. Damn it. Normally I wait to the last minute to bet. This time, bet it against myself.
Mm-hmm.
Should have waited and get
man.
an extra point.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I think the team is different from 2 years ago. They didn't have CMC, so that's another plus for them. I will say
Big plus.
The quarterbacks, it's a slightly better, like not by a landslide. Like
let somebody you say
that. Not like a landslide, like how some people think it, but he's doing his job of what he's supposed to do, which is manage the team. I'm pretty sure they had Debo that year as well. They also had Brandon Ayuk too as well. So there are some players that aren't there anymore that they just kind of switched places around. Like George Kittle was still there, the line's still there. So, like what I said, it's just those two players that are actually different. The defense,
those are key players.
Those are key players, but we'll see what happens. On the defensive side, like the defense is still good. I think they're just lacking a little bit up in the secondary. So we'll see how that works out. Like their front line is pretty good. We'll see what Steve Wilkes is going to do. It isn't like he hasn't been there before. Like he's already been up in the Super Bowl, so he knows what it takes to get a team that far.
Who is he there with?
Carolina.
Oh, he's back there with Cam?
Mm-hmm.
He been there with okay.
Oh yeah, he been in the league for a while, dog. But
gotcha.
But yeah, so I think it's gonna be a real good matchup. We can jump over to the Kansas City side. The offense to me is a knock. Like we already know that. They don't have the Tyreek anymore.
No.
They ain't got that speedster, but they still got the one guy that they need. The offensive line is better. I'll say that.
Well, is Tony playing? Joe Tony? I think he's 50-50 or something. Yeah.
I really don't include him, dog. Like, is he a difference maker? He's like a flip of a coin, dog. Like you don't know what you're gonna get.
Kind of like he is.
A flip of a coin, man. They paid a 5th round pick for him, and they want him to turn into like a 2nd round pick. Maybe this might be Sky Moore's days coming out. Maybe this is Sky Moore's coming out show. Maybe it's Sky Moore.
I'm disappointed in him, boy.
But I do know Toy Soldier and daggone Raji Rice and Travis Kelce, they gonna ball.
They gonna ball. They don't have to.
Mm-hmm. Let's see if MVS gonna try to do some more little something, and then try to get paid next year. So we'll see.
Catch the ball, bro.
Let's see if he gonna do a little something.
Catch the ball. Just do that.
Yeah.
Do your job.
Hey, man. So talk about the offense, man. Now let's talk about this young Kansas City defense that I like. Only thing that's gonna knock is I forgot one of the key guys is actually out this game, I think.
For Kansas City?
Yeah. It's not Houston or something like that. It's I think his last name Gay. I think it's a linebacker. He was the one that was supposed to be spying up on Lamar Jackson last week, and I think he came out with like an injury. So I don't know if he is playing this week. I'm thinking most likely anybody that is hurt, if it's not a severe injury, they gonna do whatever it takes just to play in the Super Bowl. Because they got 2 weeks just to get healed up. I really think the defense, like the we do know that the defense, the secondary is actually better. I'll say that.
Mm-hmm.
The secondary is better than what it was before. They still have a decent offensive line. A decent defensive line. And that's good. But trying to think after that as well.
I mean, you got Isaiah Pacheco, ankle toe. He'll be probably limited all week, but I can't see him missing. Jerry McKinnon, hernia pelvis. And then Kadarius Toney, he just basically released his ass.
Oh, they released him?
What? Well, no, they say he practiced on the second day on Thursday, so he's removed from the injury report.
Okay,
maybe
so
he might play.
If he ain't on that report, he playing, dog. Well, he better
straight.
Unless they do that daggone flip it, Bumbarooski, flip it back. But who do you think in this game is going to be the actual outliers? Who's going to be on the 49ers? Who's going to be an outlier? That's going to be that X factor that's going to take their team to victory. And then who's going to be that upon the Kansas City Chiefs?
I don't think San Fran is going to let Kels go off like he did last game. So what's the other guy's name? What's the other guy's name? What's the other tight end?
You talking about tight end? You talking about 84? You talking about Watson or are you talking about Green?
What's his name? Yeah, Watson. I think Watson could be an outlier. They're going to have to try to run the ball, too. They're running the ball. I think Pacheco's going to have to have more than 15 carries. They need to try to run the ball on them like Detroit did. It's going to be tough.
No, his name is Gray. I think it's Noah Gray.
Is it Noah Gray? Or is it? I don't know. One of them. I'm shooting from the hip here, guys. So don't take anything I said. Take it with a grain of salt. But I don't think they're gonna let Kels go off. So and MVS, he can't catch worth shit. Rashee Rice, they'll try to stop Kels and Rashee Rice and let him make somebody else a superstar for Kansas City. There's so many weapons though on
Kansas City.
Ooh,
I mean up on the 49ers.
No, San Fran. I think, man, that keeper's gonna have to be Chris Jones. They're gonna put pressure on Brock, get him off his spot. Although he can move though pretty good though. Man, they need to watch the Baltimore tape. They need to watch the Baltimore tape and see how Baltimore played them in week 14, 13, whatever it was.
The thing about it is, I don't even think Kansas City needs to even do that. I think they need to just watch Detroit's tape because we already know the Lions were smacking the 49ers.
Because they ran the ball, though. They ran the ball good on them.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if KC has that.
Hey, man, you got like that. Dude, don't you be doubting Toy Soldier back there, dog.
Toy Soldier.
Hey, that dude hit a dag on another gear. He running like Forrest.
He didn't run no 4.3. Well, he did run a 4.3 in college. I mean, on the combine, didn't he? But he just don't look as fast as Jameer Gibbs, though. So, man, yeah.
It's just because of the way he run. Now, if he ran the same way, like the same style, he'd make people look fast that aren't fast. But yeah, man, I think it's gonna be a good game. So you think who's the X factor? You didn't say who that's gonna be up on the 49ers.
On the 49ers, the X factor, I'm trying to stop see that. I think George Kittle have a good game. So he had a good game, has he? I think it's time for George Kittle. George Kittle's side.
You think George Kittle's gonna be the X factor? Okay.
I think he's gonna be the X factor. George Kittle. I think he's gonna go. Everybody they're gonna key on. They're gonna try to key on CMC. They'll try to key on Debo. They're gonna also try to key on IU. Forget about goddamn George Kittle. It's tough. They got a lot of weapons.
They do. I think the X factor is going to be who people are talking about right now, and that's Mr. Irrelevant.
Oh.
I think he's going to be, if he plays like he played up against Detroit. I don't think the game is going to be close at all. And when I mean playing like he played against Detroit, not getting those luck balls where the defense
first half, second.
Yeah, first half Brock Purdy, not second half. Well, to be honest, the second half he really ain't do much. Like it's Detroit just
he really had one for that.
Detroit they just messed themselves up.
Ain't been there before. Yeah.
So And we already know KC has been there. So, but then also it's you daggone counting them out too now. So everybody's counting out Kansas City. So
right, put that chip on my shoulder. Okay, pass. Okay, they still doubt me. That's cool. I got him.
Okay,
He down me.
So I think
like good. I love it. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I think Purdy is going to be the X factor when it comes down to it. And then on Kansas City, it has to be somebody up in the wide receiver room. Has to be. Or it could be the tight end. Like, I'm not even saying Raji Rice because everybody already knows about him. It has like a Sky Moore has to come up. Like an MVS has to show up and do something that they normally don't do. Like do something that will make them Super Bowl MVP crazy. Sort of like is it David Tyreek with the catch?
Tyreek
for the Giants?
I think it's Tyreek, yeah.
David Tyreek, yeah, with the catch. Do something like that makes your name that nobody forgets it. You might only been a good person. You might only been a good teammate for like a couple years, 2 years, 3 years. But shoot, don't nobody know who you are now. But they know that catch though.
They know that catch.
So I think one of the wide receivers is gonna have to do something like that. And it's gonna be interesting what they said because whenever Nick Bosa put the Kansas City offensive line up on blast, talking about they hold a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
I did see that.
But it makes me wonder, well, we already know which tight end that is, and I mean not tight end, but tackle. Like that's the one that they got from, was it Baltimore? Like they pretty much swapped tight ends.
Tackles, you mean?
Yeah, tackles. Yeah, they swapped tackles. You remember? Like during like the off season or like free agency, their tackle went to so their tackle went to I think it was Stanley. Stanley came to the Chiefs, and then I think his name was Ronnie Stanley. Stanley came to the Chiefs, and then their tackle, who was a free agent, went to Baltimore. But that's the one that he has to time the dude. When I mean this dude is holding like 85% of the plays.
Really?
Oh yes. Like he has to if he's not holding 85%, then he is almost to the T doing a false start so he doesn't get beat. And
trash.
If you're gonna do that, that means you about to get ate alive. But you play this game for a reason, so you probably got some tricks up your sleeve or something like that. So we will see what happens. And with that being said, so what is the final score? So we got our X factors. We have you have George Kittle being the X factor up on the 49ers. I have Brock Purdy. On the Kansas City Chiefs, I don't think you didn't tell me. Oh yeah, you said Gray, Noah Gray.
Whoever is it Gray or whoever that Watson? One of them,
Gray.
whatever that other tight end this night.
Watson is the other wide receiver. He's 84, but Gray is the one that's the backup to Kelsey. So you're talking about Gray.
Well, maybe I do mean 84 then. The fast white boy. Isn't that him? That's Watson. That's 84 then.
Yeah, that's Watson.
Well, I mean him there. Him.
Okay.
He the X factor then.
Okay, so you got Watson. I got who did I say? Oh, I said the wide receiver core.
You said Sky Moore or MVS. Yeah. One of them.
A no name has to daggone show up.
Orlando Brown. That's what you're talking about. Orlando Brown.
Yes,
Jr.
Orlando Brown. Yes.
He's the one that's holding a lot.
Yes, I'm talking about a lot. Oh yeah, because Ronnie Staley is actually on the. Okay, so that's who swapped. They should have paid him and let him stay there, and then they should have let what's the name go. Because I think he wanted to. Because in Baltimore's offense, they had him as a right tackle. He was their left tackle at first, but then they moved him over to right tackle because they ended up getting a better left tackle. But they was like, no, but he wanted that left tackle money. But since he plays right tackle, he can't get that left tackle money. But he says, no, I'm a left tackle. So then I think Kansas City gave up their first or something like that for him. Something crazy. But it was only like 132 whenever they won a Super Bowl, or like 131, something like that. Yeah, 132. So it was like, they didn't care. I'll take a veteran over a rookie. That's how they saw it.
Mm.
But in this next segment, we're going to do this thing brief because we know everybody likes we're going to rattle off thanks to the 33rd team. The 33rd team, it is by Connor Livesey. Livesey? Connor, thank you. Thank you for this. And he just updated it today.
I have no idea whose website is. Do you frequent this website?
Dog, don't be worrying about what websites I'll be messing with. Just know.
When if you went random, or was there a reason why you picked this website? That's all. Never heard of.
There's a lot of stuff that you don't hear about that I'll be bringing up to the show. That's why you're gonna learn a lot, dog. So we're gonna go with his mock draft. So right here, like we all said, the scenario. They have Chicago taking Caleb Williams. Personally, I do not think that's going to happen. I think Chicago is going to trade out of that pick, even though they say that they're not, because I know the Commanders really want Caleb Williams. So maybe they can do a swapsies, like what we said earlier up in there. But then, like the first three picks, they're like first three are QBs. Like the first, I could see this going like the exact same way.
Yeah,
like maybe they're changing up in places or something like that. Maybe New England's trying to jock just to get to number one because they want Caleb Williams, and then that's why I said like the whole bidding war comes down to it. Because then, like, if I'm Chicago, I really don't need to take I really don't need to take a QB. Like, yeah, I got Justin Fields. Yeah, is he Caleb Williams? I don't know, but he's a veteran. Let's see what he can do this year. This is last year. I'm on the hot seat. If I'm the GM, or the GM or the owner, I'm not about to give you 2 extra first round picks just to mess up. Gonna trade that bad boy. But then we got Drake May going to the Commanders. I think that's very interesting there. You have Jaden Daniels going to the no longer New England Bill Belichick offense.
Right.
So that would be Mayo's first QB outside of because we already know what's the name's gone. Matt Jones. He up on the bench.
Fuck him. Fuck Matt Jones.
Then you got your boy. Now this is interesting, dog, because we
talked about. It's chalky to me.
Well, no. I'm talking about the next 2 picks. This is interesting because we talked about this. I think it was a month ago. Whenever we talked about Marvin Harrison going to the Cardinals, but then we got Malik Neighbors down there at the bottom.
I'm not shocked by that. That's what I would do.
Hey, that's showing a lot, man. Hey, that's showing you cost. That means that who gonna get released? Who you releasing?
What do you mean who releasing? To the Chargers? Well, I'm gonna try to trade whack ass Mike Williams if I can. I'm not trading Keenan Allen personally. I'm gonna try to trade. I think he hurt though. I'm gonna try to trade Mike Williams. And everybody else, the only receiver I would keep will be Keenan Allen. Now, here's where it's getting interesting to me right here. It's 6.
I really don't think it gets interesting right there because I think he actually works really well there because they need a wide receiver.
They do need a wide receiver, but they also need a tackle.
Yeah, dog, give me that wide receiver. Unless
that's what I'm saying.
So also this draft is based off of them physically not picking a tackle up in free agency or them doing vice versa as well. So it could flip.
Right. So okay. So this isn't taking into account free agency. Now, if you're Giants, are you going wide receiver or are you going to tackle? Because you need both. That's really all I'm saying. You need both.
Yeah.
So he has them picking. Okay.
Yep.
It's like Tennessee needs both.
Yep. So Tennessee is going Notre Dame's tackle. Then we have Atlanta going Dallas Turner, edge out of Alabama. Then we have
believe
the
that.
Bears coming in at cornerback.
I believe
Tyrion
that.
Arnold from Alabama. And
Mhm.
then we have the Jets taking Olu Fashanu,
Mhm.
tackle from Penn State.
Mhm.
So I
Makes
like
sense.
that as well. You got Minnesota coming in with Brian Murphy, inline D lineman, which is what they need. But personally, like we already know, I don't think they're going to stay there. They're going to move up. That's just
Yeah,
we've already
quarterback.
talked about that. We got Denver coming in with Latoon. I'm not going to even try your first name, dog. I have much respect to you.
They
From
need a quarterback
UCLA.
too, though.
Yeah, because they talking about Russell might be going to the Falcons.
Pittsburgh. For real? You know what?
Mhm.
I kind of saw that. I don't know. I thought about that today, and I promise I didn't read nothing. I was like, Russell might be good because I feel like Sierra used to live in Atlanta. I was like, I wouldn't be
Maybe.
shocked if I see Russell in Atlanta. Go ahead.
You want to know who else up in Atlanta too?
Ooh.
Future.
Look at this. Close to his son.
Can't have no excuse now, dog. But
Damn, what's that Jay-Z line? The future of your son playing football with my son.
but then they got JJ McCarthy going to the Raiders, which if they
Fourth quarterback off the board.
that's
Okay.
fourth. So I'm glad you're looking at that. We already got 3 wide receivers off the board.
Makes sense.
So the Saints are getting the tackle out of Oklahoma. The
Mhm.
Colts are going with Brock Bowers, which
That
I
makes
like
sense
that.
too.
Then Seattle's going back with Jared Verse from Florida State. Jacksonville is meeting up there off the line. It's pretty much the teams that actually need O lines. I'm liking what they're doing. Rams they do need a cornerback from Iowa.
But I don't know if it's that many offensive tackles that are that good. But go ahead, because that's like number 5 that went off the board. I think it's one very good one and 2 pretty good ones, and the rest of them are just like, we need one, so let's get them.
Yeah, it seems like they just throwing darts right now. Actually, this is the guy right here I think is going to move up the draft board a lot. Graham
Really?
Barton. Yeah, that's the guy that I drafted from. You remember whenever we did the mock draft 2 episodes ago from Duke?
Yeah.
Like he was going up in the second round. Now that dude moving up to the first round, which I already saw that coming. That dude gonna be really good. He'll be a nice guard. Then you got your boys, Philly, getting a nice corner, which they need out of Toledo. Then Houston getting in line. Then you got Dallas going Kool-Aid McKenzie.
Another cornerback? Why are they going to the cornerback? Oh, because
Diggs is, yeah.
Not that, but Stephon Gilmore old. Okay.
Yeah. But then you can also take him up underneath his wing. Then you got your boy Nate Wiggins going to Tampa Bay. So like the first round is really then you really don't have any wide receivers. That's interesting right there. So if they go a wide receiver, then you know for a fact I think Stephon Diggs is going to end up being out.
Not necessarily, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay.
Because I don't think they're sold on what's the other one name?
Gabe Davis.
Yeah, I don't think they're sold on Gabe Davis.
Okay. Probably. That's part of the reason why Stephon Diggs could be upset too.
He could be a 2-for-1. So Brian Thomas could also be your future, but he could also be we don't like Gabe Davis.
Yeah. And a lot of people saying that Brian Thomas Jr. is that guy.
Really? Over that guy over Neighbors, or that guy?
That guy that's similar to like Jamar Chase type of deal, like not on that same level, but you know how Chase and then Jefferson was up on the same team.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody really knew who Chase was, and then you also had Terrence Marshall as well, who was on that team as well. They're comparing him to like one of those guys, Brian Thomas Jr. So,
okay. I mean, I know he's good. I don't want to disrespect him and say he's not good. Yeah, I know he's a stud.
Nah, he ain't like a JJ, but he's pretty good. I'll say that. Then you got Kansas City.
Fourth receiver off the.
Yep, that's fourth receiver. Then you got number 5 coming here with Kansas City and Troy Franklin out of Oregon. So they're throwing a dart out there because people saying, seeing if they can get somebody. Then 49ers getting a tackle just to replace Williams.
4-3.
So then you got Carolina at 33rd, another wide receiver taken off the board, Lad McConkey. I really don't think they would do something like this, only because it's just another he's another Adam Thielen. He's just a younger Adam Thielen, and they already got one of those. Then they drafted a wide receiver last year too, and Mingo. So I really don't think they'll load up, but maybe they would throw a dart out there. Who knows?
I heard his stock a little bit dropped from the Senior Bowl. I think
who, Lad McConkey?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think his stock dropped. Hold on, I'll take some notes. Okay.
Well, from what I've seen, his stack rose. He was the most impressive at the Senior Bowl.
My bad. I had that backwards. My bad. That wasn't him. That's why I went to look. Yes, I see it. Fabulous footwork. So I wrote down fabulous footwork.
Mm-hmm.
It could be a round 2 guy. Okay.
Yeah.
My bad. Okay.
So they got him going in there. Then you also got Keon Coleman going to the Patriots.
That's your team, Florida State, right? How good is he? Is he that dude, or is he just another Kelvin Benjamin, just a big guy who can?
Kelvin Benjamin. No, he ain't no Kelvin Benjamin. We actually got him from Michigan State, so he was in the portal. So he's our punt returner. Like, he can do it all. He can do a punt return, kickoff return, and he can just be your number 2. I don't see him being a number 1 in the league, but he'll be a nice complementary. Now, that doesn't mean he can evolve and surpass that.
Right.
Everybody has that ability. It's just if you're going to put in the work just to do it.
Right.
So I don't want to knock that on him. And then in the Patriots offense too, with the new offense style not being like how everybody right now is like, what Patriots team are we about to get? And on top of that, he's going to have a rookie QB throwing it to him. So they're already going to be meshing well.
Patriots has to go the best receiver on the board at 34. Whoever that is, whether they figure it's Keaton Cole, whoever else, they got to go for someone. So I agree with them. I agree with you on that.
Yep.
They got to.
Now, this is interesting. These next 2 picks are interesting. Like, I like them. Dante Mitchell from Texas, which Tennessee needs. He's a speedster.
They need a wide receiver. They got that tackle. That's pretty good. That's smart for them. They got that tackle in the first round. They got the best tackle on the board. Then they come in a wide receiver to take over for Burst because they think he's a bust. Okay.
Yep. But then on top of that, in the second round,
Bo Nix
is taken for the New York Giants, which is interesting there as well.
His stock dropped. Now, his stock dropped in the Senior Bowl. That's whose stock dropped for sure. Bo Nix.
Yeah. Said Nix had an up and down mobile, but your boy right here, Michael Penix Jr.
You see that
going to Minnesota. We already know that's going to cancel off if they do move up just to get a QB who they want.
Right.
So they'll probably flip spot. Get him in the second round is not bad.
I agree. That's exactly what I was going to say. Jatavian.
Mr. Sanders, I do like that for the Bengals, which is going to help them out a lot, tremendously.
And they win him. I guarantee they win him because he had Brock Bowers going to the coach who picked before them. But if Brock Bowers fall to Cincinnati in the first round, they're taking Brock. But yes, that's a pretty good consolation prize.
Yeah.
Oh, so what is this?
Then the Eagles are taking Xavier Leggett from South Carolina. Yeah, go and look him up, dog. Dude, pretty nasty. Go and look what he did up against the first game of the season versus to North Carolina. He's a thick, tall wide receiver. I think it's like 6'2", 6'3", like 230.
I don't have any notes on him, but I got his name on him. I don't have any notes on him.
Well, you're going to do some research on him, dog.
I've heard about him, though.
So then we also got the Browns going with Xavier Worthy, wide receiver from Texas, which I like that as well. Which I can also see him being taken up in the first round to Kansas City if they do want a speedster. So,
just if you want just like a pure speedster, okay, I see that.
Just want a pure speedster. Then if we scroll through, like everybody, like this is getting kind of, we're trying to look for the
See, I don't
First
know who
round
that
we
is.
was Pearsall.
Yeah, not yet. Anyway, I don't know who that is yet.
You don't know who he is, not yet, but
I will. Everybody else I've heard of.
adding him to Houston is a nice complimentary. I'll say that because you already got your speedster. Then you have, so you got Tank, who was your speedster. You got Nico Collins, who is your speedster /
Big possession guy.
deep possession guy, and now this is your underneath type of person. So
okay, that's who he is. So you know about him. Okay.
Heck yeah, dog, I know about him. I can't say much now.
I'm gonna do my research. I don't need you to. Trust me, I got it. We good over here.
Then the next one is we got Malachi Corley out of Western Kentucky. So towards the end of the season, we saw Jameson Williams start to break out, and Amon-Ra St. Brown is one of the best young wide receivers in the game. Still, the Lions will need more from their passing game to take it to the next step in the NFC. Malachi Conley was built to play in Detroit with his So pretty much he's tough. Like that's pretty much what he is.
Okay.
It's viscosity. That's what it was. But which I can see that they need a physical type of wide receiver out there. And then that ends everything for the review.
No running backs, as we see, I think we both agree no running will be taken in the first 2 rounds.
No. There's not one out there that deserves to be taken up in the first 2 rounds.
Right.
And just what they see already right now, anyways, we already know the deal. Like
how they're being devalued.
Yeah, how they're being devalued. Like it's pretty much just going to be. I don't see it happening at all. But if you made it this far, thank you for watching and listening to the Cerberus Gridiron Podcast. We do know that it's probably about 59% of y'all out there that still ain't subscribing. Go and hit that subscribe button. Go and like, comment, share. Go and give people a thumbs up. Go and read us up in the comments. Tell us if you like the show, what things we could do different. Any last words, Miss K Camp?
Yeah, before you go, we didn't give our Super Bowl scores.
Man, he got me out. I say 34-29.
I was going to say 31-28. 34-20. 34-31, 31-28, somewhere around there. KC wins by 3 off a field goal. That's what I'm thinking. By Harrison Butker. Butker. Whatever. That's right.
Yeah, I got the Chiefs winning too, dog. 34-29. I think it's gonna be just like the exact same. I think that's why I said Purdy's the X factor. I think he's gonna pull the daggone Jimmy G 2.0.
Gonna come up short on the key pass.
Yep, that could have took them to victory, but it did not. So, and on that play, he would actually won it. So that's what I'm thinking.
Well, with that, we thank y'all for joining. We know you could have been anywhere in the world, but you were here with us, and we appreciate that.
Yes, we do. Spread love. Yep. Not hate.
Not hate.
All right, y'all. Peace out.
You're not going to do right now?
I'm not going to pay Brock Bowers.
You're not going to pay Brock Bowers. Explain. I'm sorry. I'm missing it. It's going to
What do you
mean?
What are you saying? What are you saying?
But I do know Toy Soldier and daggone Raji Rice and Travis Kelce, they gonna ball.
Cause I'm all in.
Dude, we got a show for you today, man. You know it's Super Bowl week, man. Super Bowl week.
Super Bowl week going down in Vegas.
Going down.
It's about to go down.
Cause I'm just moving back. I'm just moving back one spot. You know what I'm gonna do then too? Hey, who want the number 2 best QB out there?
Right. If I'm keeping Justin Fields, might as well. Yeah. I bet at them minus plus. I bet it's blue.
It's not Houston or something like that. It's I think it's his last name Gay. Okay, so you got Watson. I got dang, who did I say? Oh, I said the wide receiver core.
You said
Hey, I was about to say the same thing. This is the one Super Bowl that I was like, oh, please make it. Oh,
right.
Yeah, y'all still stink. But Team 1B made it, so
we won't even get into that. Team 1B.
It's not even. I still got my pick. I still got my pick at like 8, 9, 11. No, because 11 is Minnesota. They trying to move up that far. They gonna have to pay.
Tell them to bring me my money.
Who's the OC? I'm asking, who's OC?
What?
They got Cliff Kingsbury.
Yeah, they got Cliff, dog. They got Cliff all the time, or your calf or something like that. Just saying. I ain't no doctor to anybody, but I like to play one up on this podcast.
But you said he was all right.
Yes, he's lost his left hand, so he's going to be all right.
You son of a bitch!
Thanks for checking out another episode of Cerberus Gridiron Podcast, powered by Cerberus Fantasy Sports. Make sure you stay tuned for the next episode.